Well, Coach, no rain in the forecast. That's the good news, but it is a chilly December day here in the Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 180! Undercross. Check 43. Switch.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
65. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check that out.
On second and 11 now. Garoppolo, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
12, fellas, here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
21. Here we go.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they look at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
First down, 49ers.
Here we go. 180! 54. Here we go.
Now Garoppolo leads from McKinnon on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Tried to go draw play out of the gun down here.
Yeah, they tried to spread things out, didn't they? They wanted to move people away from the center of the field, away from the line of scrimmage near the ball, so that the runner could find some space.
11.
Unsuccessfully, though.
Hey, let's go.
On second and 11 now. Garoppolo toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. There in coverage to knock it away, Marquise Blair. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and you know the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
13, 13, 54, Mike 54. Come on, boy. Come on, man.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And a short return to the 6-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
380. Check 56.
I don't even know why this team showed up. Check 13.
Okay. Tighten up. 40. 12.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6, right there, 56. I got you, pop. Let's go double count right here, double count. Lucky. Good job right there.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Fight, 280. Mike 56. Go 14. Check. Crunch. Back. Smart that. Rush, go 14. Rush in.
They'll run on first down. Carson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's our time. 19. Check safety. He's coming. Double up. Good job right there. Double up. Shoot. 14. Quick dash. Come.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That'll be caught by the rookie. It's Gary Jennings Jr. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Too easy.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To throw is Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jennings. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Check 56. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Slam, slam, slam.
Hey, let's go double count right here. Double count.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Watch the twist. Kill. Under 10. 10.
Wilson leaves this one with Penning. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Check.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Bang out. Bam.
Check it out.
Spot that.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Now Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down.
Watch safety. Safety's creeping.
They'll try and run for it with Penning. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
56. I'm coming after you.
Hey, 0.
He's checking.
On 1st down, it's Carson. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here we
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Second down, McKinnon. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far. Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Mike's by 4. Hold up. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. 14. Get ready. Off. Get ready. Hey, check 24.
Now on second and 16. Wilson. That's caught by Penny. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Sponge. No. Switch. 14. Mike's 56.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And it's fielded at the 34. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there, first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait in enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Trent Taylor there, and it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. He's going to look deep down the field. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Alert. Mike 56, Mike 56. Watch the screen. Hayward, screen. Watch the screen. 56 to Mike, boys, 56. Saturday. Hey, I'm coming.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. It's caught right side. Dixon. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Right there, 56. Bound to lose one. Go, 40. 56. Mike. Hey. Watch the pass. Check three. 36 power. Check nickel. Kill. Check.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
14, find it.
A gain of 12 yards.
Check three. I got it.
25.
56.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Flushed out right. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Wilson now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Jim. Alert. Shit.
From the gun, a give to Penny. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Go down.
Brings up second and 2.
Bring out.
From the 27, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
You go tight. You got tight.
They run it with Carson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
It's 4th down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Let's go, D.
Check.
This is Carson. Fred Warner coming off a strong rookie year in on the stop for the Niners.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm going to run you over. Watch the eye.
One left. Screen, 8, cut. Go, 14. Screen, all right.
Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Hey, guys, listen.
Get wide. Check 52. Watch the safety creep.
I'll go special. Screen, 8, cut. Screen, 8, cut.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season, really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington. They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Garoppolo finding his tight end, Kittle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Hey, box truck.
56 to Mike, boy, 56.
White.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's a pickup of 6.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the Seahawks 43-yard line.
Here we go.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing, and on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. 27 yards there, a first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Ziggy Ansah in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. Third and goal.
21.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Let's go, team.
Bravo.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about...
It's a foot race. He's at the 40, past the 20, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Look for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They go play action here on first down. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Garoppolo gets this one left side to Pettis. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Shoot!
Throwing is Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Jennings was the one he was looking for. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They will run again with Coleman. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
21.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. He's at the 50.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do. But I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's something's going to pop out of the chart and say, hey, man, just get the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, try to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the fourth quarter. Now they still trail by 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now it's Carson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 41-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check. Undercut.
Zebra.
Check 43.
From the 41, Wilson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Alert.
Here's Carson. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Alert.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Check 3. Check 37. Check.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL.
Here we go.
Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Check, cross.
White, white, white.
Back, back, back.
Six, six.
And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
65, 65.
Check, Mike.
To throw is Garoppolo. Oh, no, he lost the football. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
12, fellas, here we go.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. On the ball, on the ball, on the ball.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season?
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
And he got it. He puts it through, and it's the ultimate capper to the regular season. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks have won the game. So the victory here for Seattle, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Seahawks,